me. I will always dream about how it will be. Feel your arms around me, yeah, let it sink in. Yeah, I just let it sink in. You and me, wonder how it feels to help you cheek to cheek. This is not reality, or let it sink in.
So the other day, a viewer had put some comments on a recent video I'd put up in regards to some grilled chicken or a rotisserie chicken they had in Vietnam. And he responded back with some comments about the chicken, about how they have it in the States, obviously, as well, for not much more at Albertsons and Costco, which is totally true. And he mentioned some political stuff that's going on in our country with the U.S. policy in Israel. And I responded back with regarding the chicken as well. And check that when you get a chance. But I also mentioned that so I was a big news fan when I was living in the States. I had political news, international news, national news, almost any kind of news. I would gravitate towards that. I just kind of enjoyed it. And I noticed that living here in Vietnam or just living in Southeast Asia or moving overseas, I'm less inclined to watch those things. And it wasn't like I made a concerted effort to avoid those things. It just kind of happened. And that also happened with sports such as NFL and NBA. I just stopped watching games. I stopped watching NFL or following NFL for that matter. I still follow NBA a little bit, but I don't watch any of the games anymore. Another thing that I don't really do, or I don't do anymore, not don't really, but just don't do, is Netflix. I used to watch a lot of Netflix, and I'm just not into that stuff like I used to be when I was living in the States. So I thought that was interesting how when you're going overseas, and some of the things that you valued, some of the things that you enjoyed, some of the things that you like to do, you just don't really enjoy or do them like you used to when you're overseas. So I called a buddy of mine here in Da Nang, and I was asking him, he's from Canada actually, and I asked him, hey, what are some of the things that you enjoyed doing when you were in Canada, whether you like doing it, watching it, reading it, or what have you, and that you don't really do here in Vietnam? And he couldn't tell me those things. He said, I still like motorcycles. I still, that's what he's into is motorbikes. And so he's still into that. Some of the other things that he's still into when he was in Canada, so there wasn't anything really that he wasn't into here. So I thought maybe I was an anomaly, and I certainly am. I'm not the typical expat for sure. And so I called another buddy in Saigon, and I kind of posed that same question to him. You know, what were some of the things in the States that you liked, that you enjoyed, that you did, that you just don't do anymore, that you just don't do as much when you're in the States? And he thought it was a good question. He mentioned to me that that's a good question. He had to think about that, and he wasn't sure. So I gave him my examples of not following politics and not watching NFL and NBA like I used to, as well as just not watching Netflix as well as like I used to. And this morning he sends me this text, which I thought was pretty interesting, and I've been thinking about that, and I haven't thought about it, so I still am processing this, but I wanted to shoot this video to get my thoughts out. And let me tell you what it was. Let me read it. All right, so this is what my buddy had texted. In the USA, my possessions own me. I didn't own them. My boats, my cars, my clothes, etc. It owned me. Here, I'm a minimalist. And so it just made me think about all the things that own us back home in the US. It was super interesting, at least to me. It's something I'm aware of, but it helped make me think or process it this morning. All the things that owned me when I was in the US. My couch, it owned me. I had to lug that couch everywhere I moved to a certain degree. The pots and pans, the nice pots and pans that I bought from Costco that was like $250. At least $250, maybe close to $300 that I thought I needed. That owned me. And now my rent is $216 a month. And some of that is just kind of eye-opening to think about what owns us or what had owned me, and makes me wonder all the things that I did and have done, and probably some of the things that you are doing now, and some of the things that own you, our possessions that we thought we owned, the cars that we buy, the I don't know, the kitchen remodel that we did. Those things kind of own us, and I don't know how much happiness those things truly bought. Clothes, I don't know, watches, whatever it is that's your thing, makes me wonder those things that I thought I really, really enjoyed, or that I purchased to give me happiness. Yeah, and the freedom you get when you're overseas or living in a developing country, when there's less items, when you become more of a minimalist, when you value things and objects less. Yeah, it's just a better way of life, I believe, or I feel. At the least, if it isn't, I think it's worthy of exploring. It's worthy of exploring and trying it out, and packing your bags, or maybe going an exploratory visit in some developing country where the things that matter to us in the West or back home doesn't matter as much in the big scheme of things. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is kind of like a new thing for me, just things that I'm thinking about. And I know I'm an oddball, or the way I think and the way I process things is not what the average person is thinking about. But I'm also trying to produce more content, and it's taking a lot to edit some of the videos, and I have to get better at that, or I have to simplify some of my videos and some of my thoughts and present it to you in a manner that's easily or more easily digestible. Thanks a lot. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it. I'm privileged and grateful for your support. And yeah, thanks for watching. Take care.
Said you wanna buy me pretty little things.